It began with the decision to do the right thing. A public servant who refused to ignore corruption. A mother determined to protect public money meant for the country's most vulnerable. Babita Deokaran exposed multi-million rand irregular payments at Tembisa Hospital that was linked to the controversial PPE procurement scandal during the COVID-19 pandemic. Weeks later, she was gunned down outside her Johannesburg home. Nearly 5 years after her murder, and although her voice has been silenced, her courage continues to echo. For her family, grief remains as raw as ever. While the nation remembers her as a symbol of integrity, they remember the painful absence of a beloved sister whose only crime was choosing honesty.
It's almost 5 years later. The pain doesn't go away. It doesn't get any better. We just take each day as it comes. She will never be forgotten because of the stance that she has taken for her honesty, her integrity, and trying to save the people of this country. Imagine billions that were taken from Tembisa Hospital. That money could have been used for the oncology department. Imagine how many patients would have been saved, or the pediatric department for that matter. Babies could have been saved. But because of greed, we lost a valuable person in our family.
Her discovery became a critical part of investigations into corruption within the Gauteng Health Department, adding momentum to commissions of inquiry and criminal investigations. But Sunday's tribute is about more than remembering the whistleblower. Organizers say the unveiling of her memorial statue at the more than 103-year-old Sri Mariamman Temple in Mount Edgecombe is about bringing Babita back home.
Her family were born and brought up in this particular area known as Mill Barracks in Mount Edgecombe. They prayed at this temple. The temple at that time was a tiny temple in terms of its size, but it has grown over the years. And so they have a deep history, and that history is strengthened by the fact that their father was a secretary of our temple society in the early 70s. And so there is that family connection to the temple and the fact that they prayed at this particular temple. And so all those factors make us to be able to say, this is indeed her homecoming. We bring Babita back home to Mount Edgecombe.
Civil society activists say Babita's story reflects the courage of generations of South African women and the urgent need to better protect those who expose corruption.
We must remember that Babita was just an ordinary woman. She was a single parent looking after her own child, her daughter, who has now been left an orphan. And she showed enormous courage. And that's what we must remember here in South Africa. The kind of courage that led our women to march to Pretoria in 1956 is the kind of courage that led Babita to take the stand that she did. It was an ethical stand and a moral stand. It was a way of speaking the truth, even though she knew her life was at risk. And she trusted those in authority above her to protect her. That is a sad part about it. So even now, although her assassins were convicted and are jailed, we still want to know who the mastermind is behind this. We want justice for Babita.
As the country honors women this month, Babita Deokaran's family hopes young girls will remember her not for the way she died, but for the values she lived by.
I think they must be strong enough to go out there and conquer. They need to have the right mindset, and they need to know right from wrong before they decide, what they want to do. If they do their work with integrity and honesty, they will go far in life. And she was all for empowerment of girls.
On Sunday, as a statue is unveiled in the same place where Babita Deokaran once prayed as a little girl, her family hopes her legacy continues to inspire South Africans to choose courage over silence. Talisha Naidu, SABC News, Durban.